Hello, I'm Chelsea Perez, and I'm here to talk about how I broke out of my shell from public speaking. So, I bet you the majority of the audience was probably scared when popcorn reading came up back in elementary or middle school. And if you weren't, good for you, honestly. But sadly, I was one of those kids who was nervous to get chosen for popcorn reading. Well, now I'm not. To be honest, I love speaking in public. I just love it. But the process of me breaking my shell in order to be in this position was through school activities. The first school activity that pushed me out of my shell was joining SGA, or Student Government Association Treasurer. And the reason why is because I have to give a speech on why I should be elected. That was the first time I felt an audience that's listening to me. And it was nerve-wracking. But I got to position, and I'm happy. The second occasion was being student liaison for the Board of Education. Being liaison, it was a responsibility of one person being the voice of 1,000 kids in your school for the Board of Education. It was nerve-wracking, but I got the position, and I know the responsibility I needed to take in order to do so. And I was lucky to have the opportunity. That had brought me a new way of public speaking. That position have helped me how to understand my voice and how to, basically how I sound like. Because in that position, I did have to give a lot of speeches. And lastly, the last position that helped me break out of my shell was being certified of the Student Government Association for the state of Maryland. That was a big jump for me. And the reason why that was a big jump for me was because it was the time opportunity where I understand the types of audience I would have. It was one point that I was presenting to a total of 80 students throughout the state of Maryland. And I have experienced all different types of audience. This have helped me understand the types of audience I will have in the future or at the moment. All of these experiences have helped me become to the person I am today. And to be honest, if I didn't have these experiences, I would still be that quiet kid in the background, crossing my fingers not to get chosen for popcorn reading. But I understand that everyone has different coping mechanisms of breaking out of their shell. But this is my experience. And hopefully, this experience that I told you will give you a push that anyone can break out of their shell. And if you do, tell me how that goes. I would love to hear your story. Because I could tell, you and me, I'm tired of being that quiet kid in the background being nervous to get popcorn reading.